Welcome to Really Old Movies. I'm your host, Harrison Scullin. Today I'll be reviewing the classic Universal monster film, The Wolfman from 1941, starring the late and great Lon Chaney Jr. Okay, so to get into my review, I decided from now on I'm just going to go over my bullet points rather than give a whole spiel describing the whole behind the scenes. That way you guys can see it for yourself. But these are just my thoughts on the plot, the acting, directing, cinematography, and the music. So to start off with the plot, I gave it 2 out of 5. The reason? I thought the story was okay. I honestly think that the effects were better than the actual story itself. And it was a little weird for me, kind of a nitpick, that Larry was checking out the girl, his love interest, through his telescope, looking through her window. A little weird. So there are a couple things like that I didn't like as much. So gave it a 2 out of 5. Really rushed story. It ended pretty abruptly. And a very tragic ending, I might add, too. You know, Larry dies. And so it was not my favorite storyline. Now, acting-wise, I gave a 4 out of 5. You know, despite how kind of lackluster the story was, I really liked the connection between Larry and his dad, played by Claude Rains. I think Claude Rains is definitely the best actor in this film, and he had the best abilities and best chops. And he's only in like 2 or 3 scenes, but he definitely stole the show every scene he was in. So just because of him alone, I gave it a 4 out of 5. And Lon Chaney Jr., sadly, I don't think is that good of an actor. I think he's great in the monster suit. You know, the Wolfman was terrifying and all of that, but I don't think he's got the best acting chops. And I thought it was a little weird that he was the son of Claude Rains, because they look pretty similar in age. They didn't look that there wasn't that huge of an age difference, I don't think. So, but other than that, I really liked Claude Rains in this film. All right, now directing wise, I gave a 4 out of 5. You know, I love the scene direction, especially with the gypsies, and particular Bela Lugosi. You know, I did not know he was in this film, and I thought that was really cool to see him. He's definitely one of my favorites in Universal, and it was really cool seeing him playing a different character. And apparently he was auditioning for a bunch of the roles in this film, and he just ended up with this a small role as Bela. They didn't come up with a name for that one. But I really like that scene. I really like the scenes basically outside the little village that they're in London. I think the best part of it was when they were in the woods being chased by the wolves and Larry fighting the wolf. It was really, really cool, and I really liked that direction. Alright, so cinematography and special effects. 4 out of 5. Like I said, with the directing, loved the outdoor scenes. Especially the ones that had the Wolfman in it. The makeup that they did was incredible. And the transitions they did at the very end when Larry's dead as the Wolfman, and you see it slowly turning back into him. And you can see the different progressions of makeup they did. They did a really good job with that. I really liked that. And how it was beautifully edited together. That it was almost seamless. Really impressive with that. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Now, lastly, the music. I gave it 2 out of 5. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what the music was like. It was pretty sparse, and like these other Universal monster films, wasn't that different from anything else you would hear in the 30s. It's not like the music you'd hear in King Kong, which is very, very iconic and classic. This, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. So, yeah, 2 out of 5, and it is what it is. So, tallying all of that up, the overall score is a 3 out of 5, and I say that's a pretty good view of it. Again, I liked it. I really liked the special effects, but I wasn't too impressed with the acting from Lon Chaney. And sure, I could give it the benefit of the doubt. This was the 40s, you know, different time period, but I just think in like The Invisible Man, which came out in 1933, I thought the acting in that was better than in this one. So it's definitely one I'll watch again just for the sake of Halloween and whatnot. But it's not my favorite, and probably won't be my go-to. Um, but yeah, those are my thoughts on The Wolfman. Thank you guys so much for listening, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. And we release Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So again, thanks so much for listening. This has been Really Old Movies. I'm your host, Harrison Scullin. Take care.